My name is Gautam Bhan. I'm part of the School of Human Development here at IHS in Bangalore. Our team works on two projects that are interconnected. One is to look at the life of non-communicable disease in low-income informal settlements in Bangalore. So we look at diabetes, hypertension, basically diseases that require chronic and everyday care. And the second project is to look at the way in which workers in the informal sector manage to think about childcare, especially breastfeeding and early child development under 2 years, in the absence of all the kinds of formal entitlements like maternity leaves and regulated workspaces. So we particularly focus on domestic workers in northern Indian cities in Jaipur and Delhi. So I think for us, we're at a very sort of important moment for thinking about health systems in India. So Indian health systems have largely been almost exclusively rurally imagined. So we've had a national rural health mission for more than 15 years. The urban equivalent was only notified a few years ago. And that's partly because we haven't quite thought about what it means to think about creating health systems that understand complex urbanism and urban histories in India. So for us, both these projects are actually in a way to sort of ask a more fundamental question, which is what is an appropriate urban health system for the Indian city in the 21st century? And we come at this then from both ways. One is to recognize that if most, for example, if most work in Indian cities is informal, then the health impact of the nature of work is going to be distinct. And these are things that are often not put together. We don't tend to look at health and informal work together, but they actually deeply co-constitute each other. And the second is about thinking about whether our primary healthcare center is about the older histories of public health in primary care, which is tuberculosis, which is polio, which is vaccination, which is diarrhea, which is all the things, the infectious disease of the developing world, quote unquote. And to recognize that that's no longer the case. You have low income families that are dealing with regular dialysis treatments and on blood pressure medications and are getting cardiovascular disease. So it tipped in India a few years ago, where actually the mortality rates of non-communicable and non-communicable diseases became equivalent. So we are in what's called a protracted or dual epidemiological transition. So for us, the project is really sort of saying the urban is not self-evident. What urban health means is not self-evident. And unless we understand urban health in these interdisciplinary new ways, we will create urban health systems responding to an older paradigm of knowledge that is not prepared to scale to the future and to even the complexities of the present.